From the bloodthirsty Chedipe to the enigmatic Baba Yaga, we explore how ancient witch legends reveal deep-rooted societal fears and beliefs. Whether as shadowy figures stalking us in ancient forests or spectral apparitions haunting our nightmares, witches have long captured the human imagination. While modern depictions often present them as charismatic figures, their historical counterparts once inspired genuine fear and trepidation across cultures. Here, discover the stories of 5 witches whose chilling legends reveal the deepest fears and beliefs of the societies that created them. Number 01. Yamoba, the treacherous witch of the mountains. Living in the remote mountains of northeastern Japan, on top of her head, which she uses to devour her prey. Some legends even claim that she can deflect bullets and cast darkness. But what makes her story truly unsettling is the possible origin of the myth. A novelist and historian specializing in Japan's Tohoku region says the Yamoba myth may have its roots in historical practices of sacrificing elderly villagers during famine. In places like rural Tohoku, where crop failures in the early modern era were common, stories of angry spirits might be a response to old women being driven into the woods to die, she says. Number 02. The skin-changing witch, an elusive master of evil. In African American communities, such as there are stories of people being stalked by malevolent forces. One of the most feared figures is Obu Hag, who is known to shed her skin and sneak through small openings such as keyholes to invade homes and force people to commit misdeeds. In the 1950s, Mississippi storyteller James Douglas Suggs shared one such tale with folklorist Richard Dawson, now archived at the U.S. Library of Congress in Washington, D.C. Despite the witch's terrifying powers, the story often has a humorous twist. In Suggs's version, a man thwarts the witch by sprinkling salt and pepper on her skin, leaving her to scream, "Skin, don't you know me?" Number 03. Chedipe, the vampire witch of India. Legend has it that when Chedipe, a fearsome witch from India's Godavari River region, enters a house, she first knocks everyone inside unconscious. Once they are helpless, she deliberates on. Her repertoire of terror includes draining blood from their toes, tearing out their tongues, or inserting under their skin. The Indian witch may also have sexual relations with married men sleeping in the house, sowing psychic seeds of distrust in the minds of their wives and feeding on their resulting pain. A researcher of 20th century Gothic literature claims that Chedipe's stories may have traveled to Europe via the Silk Road and inspired depictions of vampires as sexual creatures, as seen in John William Polidori's The Vampire or Bram Stoker's Dracula. Number 04. The Owl, the fearsome owl witch. In northern Mexico, La Lechuza is a witch who transforms into a colossal owl, sometimes with a human face. She might have made a pact with demonic forces or used magic to inhabit a giant bird, harnessing its power to control the weather. Whatever her origins, La Lechuza is famous for attacking drunken men during the night. She is said to either take them to her nest for a gruesome feast, or kill them instantly with a touch of her cursed feathers. In recent years, however, women and the queer community the owl as a symbol of strength. Gina Jorgensen, author of, says that people who don't conform to traditional gender roles often embrace the identity of witch as a positive thing, especially when they face injustice or lack protection through conventional means. Number 5. Baba Yaga, the Slavic guardian of life and death. Baba Yaga is a formidable figure who wields death in Slavic folklore. In some tales, she represents winter and the end of the harvest, embodying the inevitability of decay and transformation. In others, she oversees the border between the living and the dead. But Baba Yaga is not just a scary figure. Depending on how we approach her, she may offer us wisdom or magical help. Often depicted with iron teeth, a bony leg, and partial blindness, this ancient hag lives in a coffin-like hut raised on chicken legs and adorned with human bones. Some interpretations suggest the hut's design, with its chicken legs, represents an ancient connection to nature and its wild, untamed aspects, says a folklorist and author of the Baba Yaga novel Thistlefoot. Baba Yaga is also a return to nature, the embodiment of a great power that allows us to explore an overwhelming world beyond our own, through the safe veil of fantasy, she says.